Okay, be happy. All right, page 256 here. Entry number 2, depending on what version you're looking at. Inside you, the evil inclination strives to prevent you from being happy. It will even persuade you to avoid being joyful out of false sense of piety. All right, my friends. We all struggle with this. I think one of the major traps we can find ourselves falling into, and I did, and I even do yesterday and maybe a little bit today, so it's a good timing that I'm reading this. I screwed up. I don't deserve to be happy. Trap. It's like imagine there's a kid and he really did something, like he went in and broke his brother's lamp. He goes in and he's like, I can't stand my brother. Like Cain and Abel. He goes in there and he's like, pow! And he breaks the lamp. Now, the father sees him walking around like, woohoo, let's go, let's have a party. And he's like, man, you have the wrong attitude. What do you think? Is it good that he's happy? Is it not good that he's happy? I had a client yesterday, and he's got a stepfather. And the stepfather, he ignored the stepfather. The stepfather told him to get up, and he didn't. He just basically ignored him. He's 17 years old. And he wants to get his phone back from his father, and his stepfather won't give it to him. Why? Because when he goes in and says, look, I'd like to get the phone back. It's been 24 hours. He said 24 hours. He said, well, you don't have the right attitude. You're not coming in with the sense of, the stepfather called it empathy, but I think what he meant was emotional understanding of what's going on here. You don't have this sort of penitent attitude like, oh, I've been bad. I screwed up. I think that, when I heard his explanation, I thought, gosh, man, do you understand this kid? The kid just wants to follow the rules. He knows it was wrong. He told me, I know it was wrong. But, I don't like the way that my stepfather relates to me, so it's hard to have that attitude in an honest way. So, as I heard him, of course, I'm sitting on his side thinking, yeah, come on, man, just give him this is how it works. This is how it works. This is the deal. If you ignore me 24 hours. It's called clear, justice. So I think so here too, we could apply a similar thing. Inside you, the evil inclination, says the holy Mohorash, strives to prevent you from being happy. It will even persuade you to avoid being joyful out of a false sense of piety. But your evil impulses dissolve the moment you become happy. Therefore, your evil inclination plays in your conscience in order to drive out the joy of you. Right. Why? Why would it want to do this? Because if it can knock you down, it can really mess things up, as we've said in the past, and we need to review that Rabbi Nachman says that more than the Aveira itself, what the evil inclination wants is all of the Aveiras after it. It's a chess move, right? It's a chess move. Oy, boy, it's a chess move. So, look, there is karma. There is karma in life. There is punishment in the world. There is divine response to things. We know that. There is 24 hours we lose our phone. Okay, it's reality. But getting down on ourselves or false piety, whether it's pretending or just feeling bad in an unhelpful way, in a negative way, in a toxic way, does not help us move forwards. Instead, what we need to do is just say, okay, I'm sorry, my father's good to me, and it's not nice to ignore him and ignore what he wants from me. I'm sorry about that. I am sorry about that. And I wanna do tshuva. I wanna return to God. I wanna have a good relationship with God. I wanna get it. But if I don't have that good relationship, then I need to work on that good relationship. Unfortunately for this boy, his stepfather, if he goes and tries to have a normal conversation with him, the stepfather will just cut him off. In other words, he's got an unhealthy stepfather. But luckily, our God, our divine Father, is not unhealthy. He is the healthiest of fathers, the healthiest of healthy. Therefore, we can go to our divine Father and say, you've been so good to me. I'm sorry, But there's no point in being down on ourselves. There's a point in making good in a relationship, but not being down on ourselves. So that's our lesson. Don't get trapped by false piety. If you make a true mistake. If we didn't make a mistake, then we don't belong being sad at all. we did make a mistake. We just need to make good with our Father in heaven, our higher power, and move on from there. So let's make good. If there's anyone, this is the 10 days of return of making good, the 10 days of making good with our Father in heaven. O thou Father in heaven, the divine Daddy-O. So let's turn to the divine Daddy-O and make good with him, and let's have a great day.